what's up? My name is Lesego Mtau, and I finna tell y'all about my heartbreak story. Hi. So my story dates back to when I was 9 years old. I was at aftercare go Disneyland in Vedas Park. So I've been there for like almost most of my life because I started crèche there and then proceeded with aftercare afterwards. So she pulled through around February during that grade 3 year. She stayed around for like 2 months. But when the first time I saw her, I was like, this hand, you. So I was a bit shy at the time. And I was like, okay, let me try to get acquainted with her older brother so that I can get kind of closer to her, So, and then I started chilling with her older brother more frequently, but I could never really get as close to her as I wanted to. Until the one day where he came to aftercare with just enough courage to try to ask her out. And then I realized that she ain't coming back no more. Because apparently her parents took her and her brother out of the aftercare. And then what had seemed to be the end of a potential forever love kind of vibe, because I was a kid, was kind of postponed to around 5-6 years later, when I then saw her again as her dad was dropping her brother off at the same high school I went to, and I saw her in the front seat of the car. So I was like, dang, she's still alive, I was actually, it was in that moment when I saw her, I was like, I still think I like this girl, and I still think I want to pursue her, right? So I didn't know how I was going to pull this off, but I knew I had to do something about it. So I then again tried getting myself acquainted with her brother yet again, but that was kind of a bust. And then a few months down the line, I hit up one of my friends and I was like, yo, my guy, I've been honey hunting for a while and nothing ain't really working out. Could you hook me up with one of your chomies, And then she was like, yeah. Nah, I had a chomie actually who's been like single for quite a minute, and I think y'all will look good together. And to my surprise, it was actually the person I've been wanting since like when I was 9 years old, So we then started talking. Things were popping. Like we were consistently talking and shit, like almost every day. And that was like really fun. And then we decided, let's make a meetup, but we'll include friends, because it was like still an awkward period because it was like our first meetup. And then as we were planning that, on a lucky day, I guess, she got done writing, because at that period, it was during an exam period. I think it was June roundabout, and she had just gotten done writing earlier, and I was like in town. So I was like, let's go to McDonald's and chill. So we first met at McDonald's and we had like a snack, right? We talked, we got really acquainted. And then it was really kind of soon to like kick things off. But then we decided, let's just keep on doing what we're doing, right? And then later on, we met as friends and the connection just started growing deeper and deeper. Then we lost contact again. We lost contact for about almost a year. And then with another stroke of luck, I had another friend of mine who was like going to an event and hit me up asking me to go with her. And I was like, nah, it's okay, it's cool. So at the event, the moment I got there, it was like, socializing with friends. So luckily enough, I knew a couple of people at the place. So I was chilling with my boys, it's been a minute, getting up to speed and all of that. And then my eyes just happened to catch her staring at me, and she called me over. We started talking, exchanged numbers, and then we tried hitting it off again. So I think it took around 3 to 4 months of just back and forth talking, and then we decided let's try make it a thing. So that was the first mistake of everything, because like, you know, when you look at a girl and you see red flags and you're like, nah, I noticed these red flags, but I want to see how red they can get. Yeah, that was going on. So I jumped at the opportunity because, of course, you know, had a crush on her. She giving a nigga a chance. Of course, you're not going to pass up the opportunity. Kantia booked the one-way ticket to Heartbreak. Yo, we dated for like almost a year. In the first 3 months, we were kind of on and off because I think I found this hun as she was trying to get into a whole phase. So niggas been hitting her up left, right, and center, and she been giving niggas a chance, you know. I kind of let that go. To my stupidity, I kind of let that go. And then I was like, yo, let me try over again. So we tried hitting it off. After those 3 months of on and off again, we tried hitting it on like serious this time. And then shit happened. I had found out that she slept with another dude. Kinda what was happening. Oh yeah, so how that came about actually was she wanted us to play a game of not communicating, right? First mistake, I didn't catch on. I guess I was still dizzy at that point. So in that period, we'd like not talk, and that gave her the perfect opportunity for her to like just be the ultimate hoe, you know. So she went at it hard, and then we decided to call the game off for after a week. It was like planned to be a whole month thing, but then a lot of things like started happening, and we ended up arguing, and that led us to like just stopping the game totally. So there was a day where she was like distant the whole day, right? And then later in the evening, she called me up and she was like, yo, so during the time when we were not talking, I slept with this other dude, and I don't know how I could bring myself to telling you this. And I was like, well, you just told me right now, so I don't understand what you mean by you don't know how to bring yourself to that. And in that moment, I was like shattered as fuck. Yeah, I was broken as fuck in that moment, because like she like pulled a stunt on me, and I was too dizzy to actually see that she was actually doing that. And then she ended up just taking full advantage of me, and I was like hella weak, I guess. And yeah, that is like that's my hurt story. Yeah. Do not trust a woman with 2 eyes, 2 hands, 2 legs. Because if she has 2 eyes, she can see you and another guy. And 2 legs, of course, she can move from you to another guy real quick. And of course, if she breathes, that's the first red flag. If she breathes, that's a major red flag. But honestly, otherwise, I wouldn't really invest yourself in a relationship, but still work on the individual part of you, you know? Like, treat a relationship as a relationship, but still focus on your own self-improvement above the whole relationship part, you know? And you allow people to hurt you. So, yeah, basically. Take them go-karting. Ballin' with my boys, don't care if you know it.
This ain't what you thought it was. This ain't up for discussion. Barely yes with no cost. Never taking no loss. I don't care for what it costs. All the shit I dealt with, I just put